You never saw it as manipulation. That's the thing nobody tells you. It doesn't arrive with a warning. It doesn't feel like control. It feels like love. It feels like someone who cares so much they get hurt when you pull away. Someone who needs you. Someone who, without you, falls apart. And so you stay. You adjust. You shrink yourself by millimeters. So small, so gradual that you never notice the person you used to be quietly leaving the room. By the time you have a word for what happened to you, the word arrives like a light switched on in a room you've been sitting in the dark for years. This is every level of emotional manipulation, lived from the inside. Every level of emotional manipulation ranked, from level 1 to level 7. Level 1. Selective honesty. A bright Sunday morning. Ryan and Claire's apartment. Warm light through sheer curtains. Coffee cups on the counter. A plant by the window. Claire sits at the kitchen table with her laptop. Ryan leans against the counter, watching her. You tell her the truth. Just not all of it. Start small. So small you don't even register it as a choice. Claire asks if you spoke to your ex at Marcus's party last Friday. You did. 3 minutes, maybe 4, by the drinks table. Nothing happened. But something about the way she asks, the slight tightening around her eyes, makes you edit. Barely saw anyone, you say. Spent most of the night with Marcus. She nods and goes back to her laptop. The coffee steams between you. Everything is fine, and it is fine, because technically nothing happened. Because you spared her unnecessary worry. Because you love her, and this is what love sometimes looks like. Protecting people from things that would only hurt them for no reason. That's what you tell yourself. And at level 1, you almost believe it. The problem with selective honesty isn't the lie. It's the practice. Every time you choose what she gets to know, you get slightly better at it. Slightly more fluent. The distance between the truth and what you offer her grows by millimeters. Slowly enough that neither of you measures it. Until one day the gap is a canyon. And you're standing on the other side, wondering when you crossed. Level 2. Emotional redirection. The living room. A half-eaten dinner on the coffee table. TV off. Claire sits upright on the couch. Something clearly on her mind. Ryan sits adjacent, not beside her. The body language already fractured. She brings something up. Pattern she's noticed. The way you've been distant lately. The way you checked your phone through her sister's birthday dinner. She isn't accusatory. If anything, she's careful. She chose her words for hours before saying them. You hear them, and something tightens in your chest. Not guilt exactly, but the threat of it. The conversation is aimed at you and you don't like where it's pointing. So you redirect. I've been stressed, Claire. You know what's happening at work right now. Your voice stays calm, reasonable. I need you to support me right now, not add to it. You can see Claire's face. She came in with a concern and somehow she's now holding yours. Watch what just happened. She arrived with a valid observation. You responded not by addressing it, but by replacing it. Her feeling became your feeling. Her need became your need. And now the entire emotional weight of the conversation has shifted onto her lap. She puts her hand on your arm. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were struggling that much. You let her apologize. You let her comfort you. And the thing she came to say, the true thing, the important thing, dissolves quietly into the evening. Level 2 isn't about anger. It's about gravity. The emotional manipulator learns to make themselves the heaviest object in every room. Everything bends toward them. Level 3. Guilt architecture. A phone call. Ryan pacing his home office, door half closed. Claire in the kitchen, she's cooking. Your mother Diane calls. You answer on the second ring the way you always do, because not answering has consequences you learned young. You haven't visited in 3 weeks, she says. Not accusatory. Softer than that. The particular softness that contains multitudes. I've been busy, Mom. I know you have. I am just worried. Your father never made time either. And then, she doesn't finish the sentence. She never finishes that sentence. She doesn't need to. Ryan's face, jaw tight. The old familiar weight settling across his shoulders. You learned guilt from a master. Diane never demanded for this. She never raised her voice. She simply arranged facts into architecture, built rooms you had no choice but to walk into. Your father never made time for her too. This means you are becoming someone who doesn't love her and you will regret it. You actually did visit that weekend. Of course you did. But something else happens too. You bring the architecture home. Not consciously, not deliberately, but you've lived inside it so long you've started building with it automatically. That evening, Ryan and Claire at dinner. She mentions she's thinking of taking a solo trip with her friend in the spring. Something flickers across Ryan's face. That's fine, you say. I'll just be here. It's fine. Just like that. Just like Diane. The unfinished sentence. The weight of what you didn't say hanging over the table like smoke. Claire looks at you. Something in her shifts almost imperceptibly. The trip will come up less after this. Then not at all. Level 4. Reality distortion. Ryan stands near the door, fully dressed, calm, like he's about to leave for work except it's 11 p.m. The argument started over something small. It always does now. A tone she used. A look he misread or didn't misread. By the time it escalated, neither of them could trace it back to the origin. Claire said something true. You know she did. You felt it land. But you are very good now at not letting things land. That's not what happened, you say. Your voice is even, almost gentle. You always do this. You build this whole narrative in your head and then you react to the narrative, not to me. Claire's face. She opened her mouth to respond and now she's searching herself instead of you. I'm not. I know what I saw, Ryan. Claire. You say her name like a full stop. Like a period at the end of a sentence that was getting too long. You've been anxious lately. You said it yourself. Maybe this is that. She did say she'd been anxious. 2 weeks ago, vulnerable in bed. She told you she'd been in her head more than usual. You filed it. And now you're using it. Claire sits back against the headboard. The certainty leaking out of her face. This is the level where emotional manipulation stops being reactive and becomes structural. You are no longer just avoiding accountability. You are actively rebuilding her perception of reality, replacing her version of events with yours, slowly, systematically, until she outsources her own judgment to you because she no longer trusts it. The lamp clicks off. Silence. She'll apologize in the morning. She always does now. Level 5. Intermittent reinforcement. A Saturday. Unexpectedly golden. Ryan and Claire at a farmer's market. Laughing, his arm around her, buying flowers she didn't ask for. She looks lighter than she has in months. This is the level that makes people stay. Because today Ryan is everything. Present. Warm. Funny in the specific way that only works because he knows her. He remembers the bread she liked from the Italian place they went to in their first year, and he finds something similar and presents it like a gift. She laughs. God, she laughs. Claire's face in the sunlight, open, relieved, the guardedness she's developed lately completely gone. This is not performance. That's what makes it so dangerous. The warmth is real. The connection is real. Ryan does love Claire, in the way that people love the things that belong to them. And on days like this, the love is indistinguishable from the healthy kind. But watch the pattern across the month. The good days come after the bad ones. The tenderness follows the wound. And Claire's nervous system, designed by evolution to seek safety, learns the most dangerous lesson a human can learn inside a relationship. That the pain is the price of the joy. That the distance is what makes the closeness feel like this. That she should stay. Because after every dark week, look at this Saturday. Look at these flowers. Look at how he looks at her. Intermittent reinforcement is the same psychological mechanism behind gambling addiction. The unpredictability of the reward is what makes it impossible to walk away from. Ryan doesn't plan it. He doesn't need to. The pattern runs itself. Level 6. Identity erosion. Claire on the phone with her best friend, Maya. She's in the bathroom, door locked, voice low. The apartment around her has gradually changed since we first saw it. Less of her in it. I just don't know what I think anymore, Claire says. About anything. She used to know. That's the thing Maya can't say without starting a conversation Claire isn't ready for. She used to have opinions that arrived quickly and held firm. She used to trust her own reading of rooms. She was the one people called when they couldn't figure someone out. Now she calls to ask if her own feelings make sense. Maya's face on the other end. Concern she's carefully containing. By level 6, the manipulation has moved beyond moments and into architecture. It's not about individual arguments anymore. It's about who Claire is allowed to be inside this relationship. Her confidence has been quietly, consistently undermined. Not through cruelty but through the accumulated weight of 1,000 small corrections. The redirections. The reality distortions. The guilt. The intermittent warmth that taught her to be grateful for basic decency. She still doesn't have a word for it. That's by design. Claire hangs up, looks at herself in the bathroom mirror, holds her own gaze for a long moment. She looks for herself in her own face. She finds something, but it's dimmer than it was. Like a light someone has been slowly, patiently turning down. She unlocks the bathroom door, goes back out. Ryan looks up from the couch, smiles. She smiles back, sets the table for dinner. Level 7, total psychological control, feels different now, quieter. The plant by the window from scene 1 is gone. Forgotten, died, never replaced. The curtains are heavier, less light gets in. You don't argue anymore. There's nothing left to argue about because there's no longer a second perspective in the room. Claire anticipates your moods before they arrive. She adjusts herself, her volume, her topics, her expressions, to the weather of you. She doesn't do this consciously. Consciousness would require a self separate from the relationship to observe it from. That self has been, over 2 years, quietly dissolved. But now it's Claire who is watching him, reading him, waiting to know what kind of evening this will be. This is the inversion. In scene 1, she sat freely at her laptop in her own home. Now she reads the room before she enters it. Now home is his atmosphere and she is a weather vane. Level 7 is not dramatic. There are no raised voices, no obvious cruelty. From the outside, from the neighbors, from the colleagues, from the family who visits twice a year, everything looks fine. Ryan is attentive. Claire seems quiet, maybe a little tired, but fine. The most complete form of psychological control is invisible. It doesn't need force because it doesn't meet resistance. The resistance was the self, and the self is gone. The front door opens. Ryan comes home. Claire looks up from the kitchen, and in the half-second before she arranges her face into a smile, we see it. A flicker. Something animal and old that lives below all of it. She still knows. Somewhere underneath everything, she still knows. That flicker is the most important thing in this story. She left on a Tuesday. No dramatic confrontation. No final argument. She just started remembering herself. Slowly. A therapist. Then a conversation with Maya that lasted 4 hours. Then a morning she woke up and the thing she felt wasn't dread. She still can't fully explain what happened to her. The words are coming: coercive control, emotional manipulation, identity erosion, but they don't yet feel like hers. The experience was so gradual, so ordinary looking, so wrapped in real love and real laughter and real flowers from a real farmer's market. That's the part that's hardest to hold. He's not thinking about Claire. He's thinking about how interesting this new person is. How rare it is to find someone you really connect with. The new person laughs. Ryan leans a little closer. Some cycles don't end. They find new starting points, and that's how it keeps on going on and on. Please subscribe and like as we dive deeper into the human psychology. We will see you in the next one.